Abner, the son of Ner, was a prominent military leader in Israel during the time of King Saul. As Saul's cousin and the commander of his army, Abner was a man of great influence and authority. His story is one of loyalty, ambition, and eventual tragedy, set against the backdrop of Israel's transition from the rule of Saul to the reign of David. Abner first appears during Saul's reign, serving as his trusted military commander. He was by Saul's side during many key events, including the conflict with the Philistines. Abner likely witnessed Saul's initial successes as Israel's first king, as well as his growing paranoia and disobedience to God. Despite Saul's flaws, Abner remained loyal to him and played a crucial role in maintaining his rule. One of the most famous episodes involving Abner occurred during the confrontation between David and Goliath. After David defeated the giant, Abner brought the young shepherd to Saul, introducing him as the victor. This moment marked the beginning of David's rise to prominence, a development that would later create tension between Saul's house and David. As Saul's mental state deteriorated and his jealousy of David grew, Abner found himself in the midst of a kingdom divided. Saul's relentless pursuit of David forced many, including Abner, to choose sides. Abner remained steadfastly loyal to Saul, even as it became clear that God had chosen David to succeed him as king. After Saul and his sons, including Jonathan, were killed in battle against the Philistines at Mount Gilboa, the kingdom was left in disarray. David was anointed king over the tribe of Judah in Hebron, but the rest of Israel remained loyal to Saul's house. It was Abner who stepped forward to fill the power vacuum, making Ish-Bosheth, Saul's surviving son, king over Israel. This act of loyalty to Saul's dynasty demonstrated Abner's commitment to preserving Saul's legacy. However, Abner's relationship with Ish-Bosheth was not without tension. Ish-Bosheth was a weak and ineffective ruler, and Abner became the true power behind the throne. At one point, Ish-Bosheth accused Abner of sleeping with one of Saul's concubines, an act that would have been seen as a claim to the throne. This accusation enraged Abner, who declared that he would transfer his allegiance to David, recognizing that God had chosen David to rule over all Israel. True to his word, Abner reached out to David, offering to help unite the kingdom under his rule. David, recognizing Abner's influence and the opportunity to bring peace to Israel, welcomed him. Abner began working to persuade the elders of Israel to accept David as their king. He also arranged a meeting with David in Hebron, where they shared a meal and discussed plans for unification. However, Abner's efforts were cut short by a personal vendetta. Joab, David's military commander, harbored a deep grudge against Abner for killing his brother, Asahel, during a battle. Although Abner had killed Asahel in self-defense after repeatedly warning him to stop pursuing him, Joab saw it as an unforgivable offense. After Abner's meeting with David, Joab lured him back to Hebron under false pretenses. Pretending to want a private conversation, Joab stabbed Abner in the stomach, killing him. This act of treachery shocked David, who had not sanctioned the murder. David publicly mourned Abner's death, declaring, "Do you not know that a prince and a great man has fallen this day in Israel?" 2 Samuel 3 verse 38. He also cursed Joab and his family, distancing himself from the crime. Abner's death was a turning point in the struggle for power in Israel. It removed a key figure who could have facilitated the peaceful unification of the kingdom. Despite this setback, David eventually became king over all Israel, fulfilling God's promise. The story of Abner is a complex one, filled with loyalty, ambition, and betrayal. He was a man who sought to preserve Saul's legacy but ultimately recognized God's will in David's rise to power. His tragic end serves as a reminder of the dangers of vengeance and the cost of political ambition in a time of transition and turmoil.